Good evening, you're watching Fiji Today News. I'm Tale Tora. Leading tonight's bulletin, the Fiji Police Force and the Methodist Church hierarchy from the 55 different divisions had a meeting this morning in which the church stewards asked the church president, Reverend Ame Tungawe, and General Secretary, Reverend Tui Kilakila Wangairatu, to step down. According to the Director of Operations of the Police Force, Superintendent Rusiaset Tundravu, the Fiji Police Force did not issue a permit for the gathering, but was present to facilitate the meeting.
The Chief Steward present traditional obligation or kamunanga to the President of the Methodist Church and General, showing their support to the church and also showing their support to the government of the day. And they clarify themselves that they will listen to the church, and then they are also law-abiding citizens, and they will go back to their various circuits and divisions and continue with the normal service and Christian activities they used to do daily in their various villages.
Meanwhile, the Military Council has written to the Methodist Church stating that all 9 meetings under the church constitution, including the monthly, quarterly, standing committee, financial and divisional meetings, are all banned. The Military Council said the ban is being enforced as the church failed to adhere to directives for the President and General Secretary to step aside as they have a case to answer in court. Superintendent Tundrau said Reverend Tungawe and Wangairatu made it clear that the conference appointed them and they will hold on to the post until the next conference is held.
As after the meeting, the President and the General Secretary did not say openly to them that they will step down. They just advised them that they will continue, but they will advise them later if there is any changes in regards to the stand of the church now on their position.
Superintendent Rusiate Tundrau said that the only way forward for the church is to look within itself and make changes that put it on the right path.
Government today confirmed that the lifting of the media restrictions in the public emergency regulations is dependent on what it calls the development of a mature relationship with the media. The Ministry of Information today confirmed that it will continue to partner with the media outlets in the country despite the restrictions.
Section 16 of the Public Emergency Regulation sees the Permanent Secretary of Information ensure that any broadcast or published material doesn't bring about disorder or civil unrest. Current Permanent Secretary Ms. Sharon Smith-John said that the Ministry is genuinely concerned about the implications of the PER and the need to be more responsible as a media outlet.
With the PER, the media needs to mature, and we need to get to a stage where we can lift the PER, and that's down to the journalists and to the media houses in nation building and putting the nation first.
Working towards the 2014 general elections, Ms. John said that despite the various restrictions in place, the ministry was working closely with media outlets within and outside the country.
We work with the media all the time. We have a very working relationship with all the media, and certainly the staff at the Ministry of Information have a relationship with the media houses as well. There's been cross training with media houses. There's been social get-togethers with the media, and open communication, which is probably the most important thing. I have fairly open communication with all the publishers here, and we need to keep communicating, and we need to keep those channels open all the time.
Police continue investigations into the case of remanded prisoner Josiah Koroi Navosa, 30 of Viwa Mbau Tailevu, after he slashed his throat whilst appearing in court to answer a case of aggravated robbery. According to the police spokesperson, Teresa Rolangaivao, the prisoner used a razor blade to slash himself several times on the neck while appearing before the Suva High Court.
This was a remand prisoner in the custody of police, so we are also interviewing our very own officers, asking them about the ways and means. What we're trying to establish is the ways and means in which this person was able to get hold of a razor blade, of a weapon to harm himself. He could have gotten it from anywhere. We are also looking at the processes that we took as police officers in terms of ensuring he didn't get hold of the razor blade.
The police force would like to assure members of the public and the judiciary that measures are being put in place to ensure that future incidents of this nature are not repeated.
We'll take a break now. When we come back, making full use of the school holidays.